Hey, this is Rabbi Guide with your weekly Mordechai Light as I run here on my elliptical machine. I've been doing this for over 30 years right now, working out every morning. Usually, over the years, I've had the opportunity to do this at a local gym, whether it was in Teaneck, New Jersey, or in Israel. However, like most of you watching this today during the coronavirus epidemic, most of us are stuck at home. Unfortunately, for me, my daughter, who moved to Israel, made Aliyah about half a year ago. She brought this nice elliptical machine with her, and so we stuck it down in the basement where I am right now, in what used to be our laundry room / Passover kitchen. Still use it as the Passover kitchen. And it is our new exercise center. So, how did it all start for me? How did I end up with this routine of exercising every day? Well, it's two words. It's has to do with conditioning your behavior management, so to say. And what happened for me personally, I was 30 years old. Again, this is over 30 years ago. I was overweight, probably something around 250 pounds. Probably should have weighed about 175 pounds at the time, so I was really grossly overweight. I had no exercise habits at all, and my eating habits were also pretty sad. I'd come home late at night, 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. My wife would pile up for me a plate full of pasta, which I would swallow, vacuum up without really thinking about it. And in the end, it was behavior modification which turned me around. So here I was, 30 years old, young, couple of kids, feeling okay. I had never gone on a diet my entire life, because I had seen, time and time again, people, they went on diets, they lost weight, they went off on the diet, they gained back the weight, and I wasn't going to do that. On the other hand, my father of blessed memory was also a person who was overweight, and I knew that if I soon didn't do something about my weight, then I was going to end up just like my father, overweight, not really in great health, and I really wanted to avoid that. So, lucky for me, in Teaneck, where I was living at the time, there was this small local newspaper, the Teaneck Suburbanite. And they had this small little ad that the local university, the psychological research department of this small place, FDU, Fairleigh Dickinson University, otherwise known as Fairly Ridiculous, but they're having this research project, and it was free. Free. That sounded good to me. And basically what it was this 25-week course you actually had to pay a $100 deposit, which, if you came to the class and you did everything you were supposed to do, slowly but surely they would return that money to you. That was part of the behavior modification process, getting rewarded for what you did. And so I signed up for this course with a bunch of other people. Fortunately for me, I think it worked out better than for others in the course. And over the next 25 weeks, week by week, we were taught slowly but surely proper eating techniques. The idea of sitting at a table and savoring your food, not just inhaling it, so to say. When you sit down to eat, not having any distractions, basically focusing on the food, which would ultimately, lead to your feeling of satisfaction from the food that you were eating, and would lessen your need, your desire for more food. Eventually, we were even taught how to kind of psych yourself up before coming to a meal, knowing beforehand, listen, when I sit down, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that. Of course, we kept track of the food we were eating. The idea, again, was to be cognizant of what we were putting into our mouth. And combined with that was exercise. Because, if you want to maintain a healthy weight, a healthy diet, a key element also is doing regular exercise. Now, back then, over 30 years ago, I didn't do any exercise, and I was a bit skeptical of whether this was really going to work for me or not. But again, the whole behavior modification process is about doing things gradually. Twice a week, 15 minutes a day, twice a week, 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, 20 minutes a day, until eventually I worked myself up into this half-hour, 6 days a week daily walk, which I took. Everybody in the neighborhood knew me, watched me do my daily walk, my daily routine. In fact, at one point, when there was a heightened terrorist security concern for rabbis like myself, the Teaneck police visited me and asked me to mix my route and not to keep it to the same routine that I was following day after day after day after day. Anyway, sure enough, after 25 weeks, I had lost 50 pounds. 50 pounds. 2 pounds a week. And 6 months later, and 6 months after that, I had to go back to be reweighed. So in the end, I got all my money back. But more importantly, I had changed my behavior. And I started eating better. I started exercising better. And there have been ups and downs, of course, over the past 30 years. But right now, I'm hovering at the 185-pound level, which is okay. Probably could be a little bit better. And I am again very, very much looking forward for the end of this coronavirus epidemic, so that I'll, among other things, like getting back to work, be able to return to the gym. So, behavior modification, I'm a believer. I even gave a course in it for a while, helping some other people and sharing whatever I had learned in that course. And even until today, I continue to exercise. Every single day, I spend an hour on this elliptical because I would like to be around for a while. And so I hope you enjoyed this week's Mordechai Light, and look forward to seeing you next week.